today's edition of Campus Hub. Today I'm joined for the first time co-host James. How are you doing, James?
Hey Jake, I'm really excited to be here. I'm excited to be your pony on this merry-go-round of co-hosts.
Well, James, you can be my pony anytime. Did I just say that? Yup. On today's show, we will be going live on location to the FSU building. Jaden Rogers will sit down with John Plantis now. John's got one of the coolest jobs around. He's a professor at Fanshawe who specializes in video game theory, so very excited about that.
And since we're focused on entertainment today, we'll be previewing upcoming events both around Fanshawe and around the City of London to keep you entertained during exam period.
Speaking of events, James, our first guest has been performing all around Fanshawe and putting on great shows in London and the surrounding area. And we're happy to welcome Alexa Kay to the show. How's it going, Alexa?
Good. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, right off the bat, let's get into a little bit about your music past. When did you first kind of get inspired to start playing music and making music?
Ever since I was like a young girl, I've always been, inspired with music and such, but I really got right into it when I was around 13, 12, so.
Yeah, for sure. What was the first instrument you played?
Well, it was piano, but I kind of threw that away at first because I was like too intimidated by this reading music at first, and then I got right into guitar, and ever since then I've been able to play both, so it's been good.
For sure. Right on. Do you find that it's the two instruments kind of complement each other, or is it pretty easy to go back and forth?
Yeah, definitely. Like I kind of, can collaborate both of them together, and it's really great.
Yeah. So, has your style? Do you play a certain style of music, or have you kind of changed your preferences over time? How is that? What has that been like?
I kind of changed my preference, like you said. I love, I kind of add in like country and blues kind of folky sounds while mixing it into pop kind of music. So it kind of varies depending on the song.
We checked out your YouTube page, and we saw you have covers and original songs. Who are your favorite artists to cover, your favorite song to cover?
That's a tough one because there's so many different artists. Like you probably have different artists that you guys like. So it's very hard to pinpoint one, but I am a big Lady Gaga fan, so I love covering her stuff.
Now, how do you make Lady Gaga acoustic? I mean, is that tough?
Well, sometimes it's fun to like take like a really big pop song and just tone it down and make it totally stripped.
It's all about making it your own.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what makes it different, right?
Yeah, definitely. Now, you also do original songs.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your writing process. What's that like?
Well, it depends. Like, if I'm really angry, I'll, take that and put it into my music. It's almost like music therapy. I see it as, like, if I'm having a good time, like, something great happens in my life, I might write about that or incorporate that. It just really depends on what's going on. So.
Yeah, for sure. Are there general themes that you try to stick to? I mean, what inspires you besides your emotions, obviously?
Well, it depends. Like family, friends, like everything that kind of happens around me inspires me, so I can take that and make it a story, like make it into a poem and create the music. So.
You've done a number of shows around Fanshawe.
Yes.
For those who don't know, whereabouts have you played?
I've played all kind of around London. I've played at Crave, Restaurant, Waldo's, Jim Bob's, Joe Cool's. The list kind of goes on.
Do you have a favorite place to play?
Yeah.
I love playing at pubs. Like, so any kind of pub I can get into. Yeah.
I have a question. You brought up Jim Bob's. What is that like to be? Because anyone who's been to Jim Bob's before,
I just picture
18-year-olds. I'm sorry, Alexa, not to offend you, but it doesn't seem like the place where you would be playing.
I know. It was actually for like a big charity event that I played there. So they kind of made a different theme. I played with a band, and I did a few of my own songs as well. So they made it kind of more like a rockin' theme there. So
yeah, for sure.
It is very different, though. I know what you mean.
Now, you were talking to us before the show started about some other places, not just in London, that you've been playing. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I actually, when I traveled to New York, I played at a few restaurants there when I was out for dinner. I was just like, hey, I'm going to play a few songs. So I did that. In Chicago, I played at the Kingston Mines Blues Bar, which was really cool and really different because it's a really cool scene down there. So.
For sure.
Right. Tell us about the Fanshawe's Got Talent experience.
That was amazing. Like, everyone that was in the competition, they were all so talented and so different. So it was really great to kind of, meet other musicians that, can share the same kind of experience. Yeah. So it was really good. Yeah.
Well, we want to get to your upcoming projects or anything you're planning on doing in the future. First, I'm curious, because you said you are a radio student.
Yes.
So do you find that your love of music there has transferred, playing music has transferred to your radio gig right now?
Yes. I'm kind of, that student that blasts the music and just rocks out. So people walk by, see a FRL, and they're like, "What is she doing? Is she on drugs?" No, just kidding. but no. Like I just have a good time. I love music, so it's great. Like I love being able to talk about music and explore all different kinds.
How are you able to juggle that process of being in school and also trying to stick to your music as well?
Yeah, it's very difficult. Like I'm actually planning on doing a demo in a few within this year. I'm planning on making another demo with new material. So getting that organized, and then school, it's kind of a juggle. But when you're busy, you're organized, so you got to make it work.
Yeah,
All right, now we have you have a website set up.
Yes.
Can you talk about that? When did you set that up one up?
So I set that up a year and a bit ago, I think. Yes. And yeah, I set it up because I wanted to be able to kind of network around the world, because not everyone can just check out a Facebook page. I want to have as many social media applications as I can, so I decided to.
It's one thing to get your name out there in London, but it's an entirely different thing to put yourself out there even further.
Exactly, so it kind of helps to network more, and I've had really good feedback from that so far. So
yeah, for sure. Well, Alexa, thank you very much for joining us.
I really enjoyed it.
That's not all from Alexa. She'll be back for a live performance in studio, so you'll definitely want to stick around for that.
We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we'll be highlighting must-see events around the school. Stay tuned for more Campus Hub on FanshaweTV.